Welcome to the Peachtree Morning Show by DCI. It's a wise way to start the day. Hope you enjoy.
Hey guys, welcome to the new week of the Peachtree Morning Show. Today is Monday, April 6th, and I would like to welcome Ms. Noor Ibrahim and Geshe Michael to the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So, today we have a question, a very interesting question from a guy named Pasha from Russia. Let's hear it.
Привет, Майкл. Меня зовут Паша, я из России. Мой вопрос такой. Последние 2 месяца я часто получаю травмы. Они не серьезные, но и неприятные. Какие семена я посадил раньше и как мне это можно исправить? Спасибо.
All right, so this is in English. What he's saying is, hello, Michael, my name is Pasha. I am from Russia, and my question is the following. In the last 2 months, I have often gotten injured. Not serious injuries, but they're unpleasant. So what are the seeds I have planted before, and how can I fix it? So, okay, so I know, Noor, that you were thinking about this. What do you think?
I was thinking about it, especially this morning when I was getting ready. I was washing my hair and shampoo came to my eyes. It was really unpleasant. A small thing, but it burned my eye. So it fits this question. Basically, my thinking is, as we know, we plant seeds by our actions, speech, or thinking. So the seeds for little injuries may be our actions when we harmed or we didn't protect either our life or some others' lives. So, for example, texting while driving, or maybe eating unhealthy. And I did this because I like fresh fries a lot and I exaggerate. I like popcorn. So these little things might plant the seeds for little injuries Pasha is having, or me myself I had this morning.
Yeah, you know what? In case of this question, I think we can see it 2 ways. So one is protecting, like you said, protecting your life and others' lives. So, for example, a typical thing is when we want to make someone happy, the first thing, I don't know why, but the first thing is we cook something or we give them something that tastes really good, but doesn't take care of their health.
Yeah.
So I was thinking this could also be like one of the, because we know that seeds grow, right? Totally. So one of the ways that we could have planted seeds for us to see an injury is, for example, I do this a lot, to give someone French fries or bread or or chips. I don't know. What do you think, Geshe?
I like both of those ideas. Lately, I've been exploring the idea about ice cream, because me and Veronica, I don't know why, we started eating ice cream during the virus time. We didn't eat before that. And both of us are expanding our horizon.
Me too. I joined the club.
And I was in theory, I was thinking about writing a book about how to take the calories out of ice cream with comic seeds.
Wow, that would be the bestseller.
Yeah. But what I'm thinking about Pasha's question, я думаю так, Паша, как вы просили меня об этом, и я думаю, what I think is, what came to my mind is when you do seed detective work, you have to look at 2 things. Number 1, something similar. And number 2, something smaller, much smaller. So similar means, of course, what you guys covered already, hurting somebody else somehow, even yourself, and doing something to hurt other people's health, for example. But I'm also thinking it has to be much smaller. So what came to my mind was just irritating other people in small ways, like it's very famous in America that many couples got divorced because the man squeezed the toothpaste from the bottom, and the woman liked to squeeze it from the top. And then they get an argument about where are you squeezing the toothpaste? I don't. Actually, it's me and Veronica also. She likes to squeeze from the top. like to squeeze from the bottom. And then maybe if you said, come on, I don't care, I don't care, you don't like me to squeeze it from the bottom, it doesn't matter to me. It's not important to me, but maybe that's a small seed which would cause you to have small injuries kind of frequently. That attitude that, I don't really, I understand you don't like it when I squeeze from the bottom, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter to me. So that's my guess. What do you guys think?
So being very, if I understood this correctly, is being very mindful of whenever our actions can irritate some other people.
Yeah,
Just
small
irritation.
irritation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like how you drive your car.
Oh my God.
Or for metro in Moscow, for example, the beautiful subway, very deep in the earth. And, do you bother other people on the subway or not? So that's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? Noor has something?
Yeah, I think that's very relevant, especially if he said it's unpleasant injuries, like not necessarily very dangerous, but it could, in my mind, it makes a lot of sense, like being unsensitive or not being sensitive to other people's opinions or feelings can create and would create unpleasant situations. So yes, I would say that's a very good and clear see additional.
Almost nobody write a question to Peachtree Cafe and they ask about something small. They always ask about cancer or heart attack or their business bankrupt. And it's very interesting to have a question from someone who says small injuries. What do you think, Seiji?
Right. Well, I was thinking that this is very relevant right now because we were reading this article yesterday of how domestic violence has increased during the coronavirus outbreak because people are confined in small places. So it's particularly important to be mindful of this. I mean, I know that violence is a different thing, like hitting each other, but taking it back to these small ways, oh my God, I've been more irritable for sure. When I don't get out, I I start to get crazy. So I know for sure this week I have done small and maybe not so small things to irritate my partner. So so I think it's very relevant for what's happening right now that people are confined. Well, I don't know.
I think that makes sense, and also lighten the idea in my mind what he can do now. Knowing all of these things, it's the best time to plant the seeds to overcome the injuries. Even if they are small, they are still, without them is better. Like now is the best time to take care of others, like health, for example, provide food or medicine to people who need. And there are a lot of initiatives are happening around the world where he can from home donate to, for example, to fundraiser to offer food or health or or medicine to people who would need that. If he lives with someone, he can also be very sensitive to their emotions and their feelings, so he doesn't create any harm. So starting from this, we can see what we can do to overcome these small unpleasant things. I think I'm talking now, it's coming in my mind, how can I do also to change these things? Because I told you this morning, I still hurt my eye, like it still feels burning, and I'm smiling, faking this a little bit. So now I can do myself, take care of the small seeds. Yeah.
I was thinking that, I was thinking that, for example, taking it back to being in a confined space, it could be, for example, making sure that everybody in the household is getting enough like rest or getting enough leisure time. I know, for example, that I have noticed in me that I like to move. So what I've been trying to do is go for a walk, because I cannot go out of my house, but I can go on a walk because here in Sedona there's no one. So I know that, for example, it's been very helpful to me when Noor says, you know what, we haven't gone for a walk, let's go for one. So small things, you know, like I think the answer can be the same thing because seeds grow.
Yes.
What do you think, Geshe?
There's a lot of people walking now in my town that don't walk usually. And I think it's a very, very good specific suggestion right now. You know, there's a general fear. In English, we say it's in the air. The fear is in the air. And Aaron and Nick and we were noticing our dogs feel nervous.
Yeah.
And they don't know anything about virus. They can't listen to the news. And actually, they are exempt from the virus. And even if they know, but they feel something uncomfortable. The dogs, my dog, my old dog, and young dog, they say the dog looks uncomfortable. The dog feels the fear in the air. So I think it's a very important time to get out and go for a walk. And I think it's a very good idea that Seiji mentioned. I met the owners of the Peachtree Cafe, the old owners. I met them on the porch a few days ago. They sit on one side of the porch. I sit on the other side of the porch. We are talking like this. It was kind of fun, but they are walking 3-4 miles a day. And they are 75 years old. So I think it's a great idea. My mom is 94 and she's walking 3 times a week now.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah. And if they are I know some countries like Romania, for example, now they don't even let you go walk outside. So, so many places in Europe, just a suggestion, if there is a family members in the same house, maybe they can do yoga together or dancing together, like find an activity, physical activity, to do it like a collective, because it might be not that easy to go walk outside. So also be creative in having fun and healthy activities at home, like just jumping around, Zumba style or something.
Oh, you know what? Actually, this morning it's something very funny. We have a chat group. I have a chat group with both of my sisters. One is in Guadalajara, the other one is in Paris, and we send each other messages every day. So one funny trend that's been going on right now for people to get out of this fear and irritating with each other and to have fun together is they take they take famous paintings and then they try to recreate them themselves. It's very funny. My sister, for example, did one of Frida Kahlo, so she used all her time and like she put so I don't know, like coming up with, even if you can't go outside, there's always things you can do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And could be like activity that may increase the emotional health, physical health, because all that plant seeds for perfect shape and to cancel all these little injuries if it's possible.
Now I have a question.
I think also be more sensitive about that your partner or your family members, they are going to be more irritated by small things in this fear. During this time of fear, people will get more irritated by small things. So then in English we say cut them slack, you know, like don't if they say something small that they know you don't like, or they squeeze the toothpaste in the wrong place. In the virus time, just let it go. Just let it go. And I think that will stop the seeds of the small injuries.
That's great. Yeah.
So in terms of confined spaces, how would you say it can be a good seed to have less, to be more patient?
I was hoping you would tell me.
Oh. Okay, so what would be the seed to be more patient? I guess, well, the first one that comes into my mind is, of course, remembering the pen, right? Remembering that they come from you. So if we're constantly planting our reality, then small, even if you cannot control yourself in the end, delaying it a little bit.
3-second technique.
But this helps me a lot because I'm not a patient person. So I just tell myself, okay, just be patient 1 second. and then the next time 2 seconds. And
Yeah.
so I think maybe that would be it, right?
Yeah, and for the other person, just don't answer. Like wait 1 or 3 seconds, then answer. Yeah. So
Excellent.
Like give yourself permission to blow up, but blow up 1 minute.
alone.
Right. Delayed and alone. All right, excellent. So let's do a recap. So the question was, what's the seed or what's the cause for having small injuries that are not deadly, but they're unpleasant, and how to fix them? So we said
The seed might be harming or not protecting others' lives, or maybe our life, like his personal health,
Right.
not only others, like texting while driving or eating unhealthy. The seed could be also irritating other people in small ways every day, especially in this time of isolation when we are exposed to a lot of stress, sharing the same space with people. So those
Right.
might be the big two seeds he planted in the past. What can we do?
yeah, so mainly it would be two things, right? To stop doing something and to start doing other things. So you talked about the things
What
that
he did in the past.
we could stop doing, and then things that we can start doing. We were saying things like not being irritated at other people, and also being more patient. So trying to
Be
like
sensitive.
like a real life application in these times of quarantine is to design activities that bring the stress levels down, the fear down, and the enjoyment levels up. And what was the second one?
Delay the moment of reacting. If you are in the same place, like to be more patient with people who are sharing the same space with you. We delay this action not to plant small seed of irritation, of hurting others' feeling. Because Geshe Michael mentioned something very important. This time, the fear and the irritation is already in the air. The moment when we try to eliminate this from others people's hearts, plant great seeds to eliminate any injury, physical or emotional, from our hearts. So, and take a walk a day if you can go outside. Those
One more thing is that any kind of study at this time is a good idea. You know, so I think there are DCI online courses already. Some courses are, and there are other courses up, and the knowledge base. There are 5,000 courses there in many languages, and 5,000 talks there in many languages. So the knowledgebase.com, right?
Yes.
So I think a little bit of study every day, just 15 minutes, is very, very helpful to follow the advice.
That's cool.
Excellent. So I would like to talk about what we're going to do tomorrow. So tomorrow we have a special pair of guests. Do you want to introduce them, Geshe Michael? Or?
Yeah, it's Victoria and Vitaly Tarangul. They live in Ukraine. Vitaly is a lawyer, and he worked in a very high position in the government. And his wife, Victoria, Vika, she's also a college professor, university professor, and very good DCI organizer and DCI teacher. And they've been organizing great programs in Ukraine. Some of the biggest DCI one-day seminars are in the Ukraine. So they've been doing a great job. They're very cool people. They have 2 beautiful kids. So they also have wisdom of parents, which I don't have. And so they're going to be the host tomorrow.
And they're going to be answering a question from a guy named Luis from Mexico. Here we go.
Hi, DCI. This is Luis from Mexico. For the last 4 years, I've used the 4-step system in my relationship and my work. Happily, I can say it has worked great. But also, for the last 2 years, I've been planting seeds for financial success with no positive results. Actually, every time it seems my seed will open, something happened that the result back to be far again. According to DCI system, what should I do to prevent this from happening? Thank you.
All right, excellent. So there you have it. And please remember to send your video questions.
Yeah, to see questions at diamondcutterinstitute.com.
So remember to do it 30 seconds video, and do it portrait style selfie mode. And then we put all those, we catalog all these questions, and we'll be answering one by one.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching and see you next time. Thank you, Geshe Michael.
Thank you, Noor and Seiji. See you
Thank
on
you.
next time.
All right. See you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching today's Peachtree Morning Show. See you next time.